Mama's in the living room watching Judge Judy. I'm in the kitchen eating leftover sushi, and she yells, "Oh, girl, you gotta hear this one." A man was arrested for running a theme park, and when they said, "Where's your license?" he said, "My dog ate it." Oh, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear a shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, "Girl, you gotta hear this one." Mama loves to laugh at how absurd life is, says it's all a comedy and I'm her audience. And I love the way she makes fun of the world. She said, "You'll never guess who's with their girlfriend. It was a man who didn't get us out of the bed. He said, I've been through hell and now I need some help. You just can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up." Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, "Girl, you gotta hear this one."
Holy goodness. It's supposed to be just me. There we go. Oh my. What the Hi everybody, it's Squid. Welcome to the channel. We were originally supposed to go live at the same time, but we were originally supposed to talk about the upcoming Arizona versus Christopher Schultz, the hot car case that is supposed to go to trial on Monday. Was going to give a case background, some documents I found, all that fun stuff, and we were going to talk about how shitty a human being is that leaves a 2-year-old in a car to take a nap, and the 2-year-old doesn't make it. However, then someone graced my DMs. A very dear friend of mine graced my DMs with these what the fuck emails. And I have not read everything through it, so you are going to get my live reactions. All I saw was some of the emails, like a couple of the documents. And any time that I get to make fun of Bruce is a day that I'm an opportunity that I am not going to pass up. Speaking of that, Janet, I do have to take Tylenol. I forgot to take Tylenol right before. Yeah, live reactions is great. You're going to get my live reactions because I was honestly working on scripting and research for the Score Act video. And I was going to record that. Y'all, if y'all could send those super chats in today, I spent like way too much money on Amazon getting a smaller tripod to change where my camera is located on my desk to try to make things better. We're trying to step up our game around here. And I was trying to do all that. And then this. I'm feeling tolerable. I'm still in pain, but I'm functioning, like I'm conscious, like I can actually see straight. And it's really hard. Thanks for everybody's patience with me yesterday, including the people who might see this that are in my real life, that had to deal with me yesterday, because it's very hard if you do not understand chronic pain and chronic fatigue and what it does to you. it's very hard to describe it. The only way I can describe it is waking up every day and wondering how bad your body is going to hate you that day. So, hey, Deuce is an easy target. Yeah, well, he put a permanent sign on his back that says, make fun of me when he attacked my child. You attack my child, you permanently go into mama bear mode. So usually I refrain from name calling or calling out BS or lies when I see them with other creators and or people involved in situations. However, Bruce is an exception. So we're going to get to it. So oh, good Lord. We are on our way to 5K subscribers. If you can hit that, we're at like 4196. If we could hit 4200 by today. So if you are lurking and you are not subscribed to this channel, please do. It would really help me out. I'm trying to grow this channel. We're getting some upgrades. I'm learning how to be an actual YouTuber and human being and not just a boomer when it comes to technology. I am learning. Thank you for enjoying this process with me. However, if you want to see more of these emails and more content where we just make fun of Bruce all day, because I could honestly do this shit for hours, hit that like button and subscribe. And Midas Claw, thanks for being a member for 2 months. I hope this finally gets Bruce disciplined. Yeah, I'm just Boomers United. If he skates from a bar complaint in both Massachusetts and Florida on this move, I would be truly surprised. Yeah. And if you subscribe, you can chat with us. Yes. So coming to the stage to help me with this fun stuff is SpongeBob. And to get I'm learning, here is our background from yesterday. To advertise our Tuesday streams.
I've freaking muted myself again. You could have unmuted me. Thank you, madam.
Sorry, I didn't know you were muted. I have a hard time keeping up with my own shit, let alone you.
Don't make me do a freckled ginger on you. I will rage quit my ass out of here. Hello, everybody.
Spawn is going to be our rage quitter for today.
Yep.
Oh. And there he goes. He's our rage quitter for today. And I did just get done eating, and I do have this thing with I will be right back. My doorbell just rang. So if Spawn comes back, he can be your people. But before then, y'all take a quick little intro or Spawn, talk to the people. I got to go answer the door.
Bloody hell, I only just got back. I fucking couldn't press the button quick enough and get back here. Hello, people. How you doing? What you doing? Stop arguing, stop whining, and stop complaining. Yes. Hi. How's everybody? Oh, look. Stay home and wallow in self-pity. Well, many can do that. I don't know what I've walked into, so I'm just going to sit here and talk shit. As you do. But hello, everyone. Hi, Kim. I am a girl. Gail, Robert. Mad Dog, I haven't seen you for a while, have I, Sunshine? Marta Kane, hi. Kevin Sheely, hi. Kevin Sheely, your name rings a bell. Why is your name ringing a bell? Disabled Dahlia, hello, my darling. Valley View News, yo, what's up? What's up, bro? What's up, man? Timothy, always walk in front of me, please. Gary H, how you doing? Heather May 4J, hi. Marcy Collins, hi. Stacey Schmidt.
Apparently, Georgia Power wanted to have a nice long conversation about a metering program or whatever that they're doing. I'm like,
Papa Squid, I'm going to block Papa Squid from now on. If he's going to mute me, he can kiss my furry off. There you go. I'm going to argue with Daddy. I'm going to argue with Daddy now. No, I'm only joking.
And now the little is I told him I was working and I had to go, and now the little is mad that I closed and locked the door. So, but how is everybody doing today? Oh yeah.
I'm really happy because wait. I'm really happy.
Hold on, you're happy? That's a first.
Yes. Wait, what? What do you mean
Well,
that's a first?
You know.
No, I'm happy because I got rid of all the work. Hi, Papa Squid, by the way. Hi, Roy, by the way. Hi, everyone else. Right. I got rid of all the work. I went through some things that I did a little bit of like reading what's going on Facebook and obviously same shit, different day. And then I wanted to get hold of you this afternoon, but I totally forgot because I wanted to talk to you about something else, which we can discuss afterwards or later. Let's see if we have time for it. And I spent most of the day. It took me probably 15 minutes to do a job that should take me 3 hours. So because I already did the work, and I've been doing some editing. Yes. And I've got a big announcement coming up soon. So.
And Jeffrey, thanks for being a member for 7 months. Only 7. And Auntie M, $5 super chat to yeet spawn again.
Wait, what?
To give me $5 to yeet you.
Well, fucking, I tell you what, give her $50, yeet me, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay. We do have it. No, Pepper Squid. We, the Celts, we have a sense of humor. It's the English who don't have the humor.
All right. All right. So before we get started on this, I do have the link to my. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's okay. She was mad because I closed the front door. We didn't have visitors today. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, you want a tissue for your nose? Okay. Let him tears to go.
Go on, blow your nose. Blow your nose.
Bye-bye.
Blow your nose. Why are you crying? Are you crying?
Is there had Uncle Spawn?
Why are you crying, sweetheart?
Baby Squid yeeted us out yesterday. It was quite funny.
Hey, baby Squid. Hey, Squid. Baby Squid, look. No, okay.
We just she needs a nap. So this is where I don't understand why anybody sidetrack. I did put the link for my new channel at the bottom of the graphic here. Evidence through motion. I did upload a trailer. I will probably be doing my first live stream this Sunday just to kind of get the channel going and kind of kickstart what the channel is going to be about. A little bit longer form than a trailer. However, if you could go and subscribe to that, that is my heart and soul, my baby. That is the channel. That is my degree. So when people say, when I say I'm not the expert or I don't, I'm not a lawyer or I'm not this, when I give you information over there, it's from my research and my college education. So we're going to and I was sent the images by somebody else, so I'm going to see which ones are better quality before I
and just for the record, can I just say, if I didn't have respect for a lot of people in your stream and in my stream and in general, I would be yeeting people like a fucking hobby. Oh, I mean, like a freaking hobby. It'll be like pull, think, four. Baby Squid, yeah.
Grandpa said hi. Let's say hi, Grandpa.
Oh, no. Don't want to play. No, not interested. What is the difference between a Scotsman and a Rolling Stone? One yells, "Hey," and get off my cloak, and the other says, "Hey, my cloak, get off my." Yeah, don't whatever you do, don't give up your day job, please, for the sake of the gods of Valhalla. Do not give up your day job.
All right.
Yes. What's going on today?
Alrighty.
Hi,
I'm trying
everybody.
to
Hi,
be
Kasha.
easily readable as possible. So I did. Yeah. And Lynn, thanks for being a member for 10 months. Finally caught alive, you rock Squid. Thank you so much. And Kasha, thank you for the $2 super chat. Hi, Squid. Yeet the Englishman. Love you.
Can I just point something out? I need to say this because I spoke to the wife last night and I told her something. And I'm going to say this to you. Do you know, since I've met you, Pam, and other people, and I've sort of like been concentrating on not just our friendships, but also like, you know, interaction with other people. Do you know that I've cut down smoking? I'm now on 1 packet a day. All right. And I've also got fingernails now.
I don't. All right.
With fingernails, it's like, oh, behave, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying. I'll shut up. Carry on.
Brizilla's Realm says at least it wasn't a Welsh joke.
Oh, you people.
I mean, technically, he's not wrong.
Let's put it this way. I mean, I'm getting to a point now where I need to contact the RSPCA because, like, I've been noticing a lot of sheep have been going missing out of the fields, and I think it's either jealousy or people with envy. I don't know.
Maybe it's a chupacabra.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah. Because my girls.
There you go. Why is my thing not sharing? I've been trying to work with scenes in Discord, the StreamYard, and I'm like really, really bad at them. Oh, thank you. I need that.
What you mean?
Mama, Angel.
Okay. Yeah, I usually set everything up and then just trial run it. Oh,
yeah,
emails.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You cannot have a cough drop.
If you want anything reading out in a male dominant voice, please let me know. Once I was a little boy. I used to play in the sandpit. When
you can go ahead and read because she's getting me farther and farther and farther away from my mic. But Rick, friend, thanks for being a member for 10 months. Say Rule 26 one more time. And then Snowflower. Hello, lurking.
There is my angel of delight, Snowflower, the most favorite lady I've ever met.
Chupacabra eats goats, not sheep. Okay.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Jeffrey. Oh, snap.
Well, have you ever heard of a chupacabra?
No. I just
okay. It's like the Southwest and Texas, like Mexican version of like a Yeti. Not in the sense of like it's a mythical figure that people think exists, but there's like no proof it exists. Yeah. Animals go missing or cows and sheep and stuff end up with like dead with their blood drained and with no explanation as to why. And it's a chupacabra. So
Frank Otter, let me explain something to you very, very, very clearly, and you can take this to the bank. Anyone comes anywhere within the vicinity with the grid reference of where I live and tries anything with me, my family, or my neighbors, they're not going to like the response. Put it that way.
The chupacabra is the southern version of the Jersey Devil.
There's too much.
It's one of those more mythical figures. There's like the Appalachia has like Mothman. It's kind of one of those creatures. Wisconsin has the Wolf of Bray Road. You know, it's Everybody has their thing. It's like a vampire dog. Yeah, cryptids. Thank you. That's the word I couldn't come up with. I
Well,
watch a
Jeff,
lot of like Travel Channel and stuff like that. So
you know,
nope, you
Jeff
cannot have
Grady,
that.
I mean, Jeff, you need to catch up, dude. This is the year 2025, not 1855. You are way behind.
No, ma'am.
We've gone past the meeting the world, dude. We're talking dance partners, freaking, you know, guardians, you know, like when we walk down the road, we've got bodyguards or sheep guards or whatever you want. Anyway, so yeah, you want me to read this out, do you?
Yeah, Mothman
Okay.
territory is not far from me. We should do a stream on cryptids one Friday night. Just
what?
talking about different cryptids around the world.
Different what?
Cryptids.
Sorry, when you're chewing and talking, I can't.
I'm not chewing. I'm just, you know,
Oh, sorry.
sucking on a cough drop so I don't cough up a lung during this stream.
Okay, well, welcome to my world. So, what did you say again?
Cryptid.
Cryptid.
Cryptozoological ant.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I got you. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm up for anything. You know that. Anyway, so, and where's my cough mint, by the way? Oh, right, just pass it through. Just pass it through. I'll pass it through.
Wouldn't that be something? All right. Let's to me a Yeti is a cooler. Yeah. All right.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, you threw that through and it ended up in the kitchen. So I'm just gonna try to
Whoop.
wait. Okay.
All right. This was October 6th. So this was right before the bankruptcy court shut down.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you under. Oh, wait a minute. Sent Monday, October 6th, 2025. Time 1:41 p.m. To Candice Thomas. CC'd Jerome Ramsaran, Lynette Preston. Subject reference external reinstatement motion. Sorry, I thought you understood the subject referred to the bankruptcy reinstatement motion that is being heard tomorrow. Because if Miss Preston's bankruptcy is reinstated, all of the proceedings before Judge Grove would be stayed. Mr. Hales and Mr. Sockett know this, and so are pressing all of these matters in the short period while the bankruptcy stay has been lifted pending the reinstatement. They are doing so merely so Mr. Hales can make video content. Oh my God, you have a place. Content from all the filings and the defaults to positions and notices. They know there is no point to any of it if the bankruptcy is reinstated, but exploit every possible chance for to file something. Unfortunately, in the Granger vs. Preston case, they got you to enter a default even though Miss Preston had already filed her responsive answer and counterclaims. This caused yet more filings and more need for Miss Preston to act to prevent unfair prejudice from an incorrectly entered default. She filed a motion to set aside. On Monday, the October, wait a minute. Wait, you can see the fucking timing. This case is not scheduled for Judge Grove. Thanks. Now, here's one thing that either I'm getting this wrong, right? Or is this from? Who's this from, and who's it to?
This is from Bubbles.
Right. So
to Judge Grove's judicial assistant.
Right. So first of all, why is he emailing them directly? Point one. Point two, why is he assuming when, like, you know, he's basically trying to jump the gun? And three, why is he pushing it? This email here is for me, it's got a lot of fucking red flags swinging all over the place. Pardon my French.
I preface anything I say with I don't know much about Angel. You either have to sit still or you have to get down because we're not going to be kicking the wall. I don't know much about the Levy County cases other than surface level stuff. I have to prioritize what I pay attention to because I'm trying to pay attention to so much and I have other things going on. So I have not paid much attention to what is going on in the state cases. That being said, I have some serious issues with this just from you are not a Florida lawyer.
Nope.
So in the sense of this case, you are a civilian, and it is not appropriate for a civilian to email the judicial assistant or the judge about a case.
Do you know what? Good point there, Batgirl. Sorry. Because the thing is, he no longer represents them. Okay. He no longer has anything to do with this case. He is a defendant in Fed 2 case. So why is he emailing the judges?
Well, even when he was representing them in federal court, not state court. So there's a whole different process for. I'm sure he would have to go and do another pro hoc vice. You don't, just because you got pro hoc vice with federal court in Florida doesn't mean you can represent anybody on any case in Florida. You have to do another. You'd have to do another pro hoc vice motion with that court to be represented, to be allowed to practice in that county. And it's just like, so he is no different than a civilian in this case. He is no different than me emailing the judge. And that is not appropriate. The one time I've had to email a judge, so I've written a judge on 2 occasions. One time I've directly emailed them when I've gotten an email from this effort about a settlement offer, and I didn't want to be a party to it, so I forwarded it to the judge. The other one was when I had to write a letter in support of somebody because their ex-wife pulled an Amber Heard. So I wrote a letter, like a character witness, basically. But I wrote that letter and gave it to the person to give to the judge. It was not my place to give it directly to the judge.
Yeah.
This is inappropriate in any sense of, like
I said the other night, they are trying every single freaking trick in the book to either drag this out or cause more delay. And this here, right, proves that, you know, the ABA rules, the rules, the guidelines and rules for lawyers and attorneys in the United States is the ABA rules, okay, professional rules of conduct. And obviously, this guy doesn't know about them, or he just looked at the book and went, "Yeah, can't read," because he shouldn't be contacting anybody. He is not legally. He is not representing anybody. He shouldn't be writing to anybody. The fact that he has written to someone after the fact that he was removed as a freaking lawyer. I mean, this here, right, can cause problems for Preston more than it can cause for anyone else. And hello, Queen. What happened?
Hold on, I just beat it.
Oh, right, because for a moment, the way you looked, I thought, shit, what happened to the car? But you're okay.
She's not holding the frying pan, is she?
Okay.
Just the garden isn't.
Okay.
It's waterlogged. There we go. That's what happens if you live in a very green, naughty country with lots of grass.
And trees.
And trees and bushes and trees.
Yeah. Anyway, so don't I even get a bloody kiss when you get? Oh, right. Okay, it's like that then, is it? Right. Okay. No, anyway, sorry.
You're lucky you don't get the frying pan.
Don't you start. You mentioned frying pan the other night, and she turned around and said freaking rolling pin.
I didn't mention it the other night because I was not on the stream with you. That was my
scared
dream.
the shit out of me because, like, she said something completely freaking different. Means that her mindset was already ready.
Isn't it always? My brain would be in flight or fight mode if I worked with you or lived with you too.
Oh, charming.
Anyway,
yeah.
Getting back to this, we could make a list of probably 100 reasons between us and chat why this is not appropriate, and I'm pretty sure that my 3-year-old could come up with a list of 10 reasons why this isn't appropriate.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, and let me put this to you and to the audience and to the community. Let me put this to you all. Why is this being allowed to be even considered and accepted in any shape or form, considering that he is no longer part of the legal team or representation and is a defendant in the Fed 2 case himself? Explain. Carry on. I'll mute.
Well, this is state court, not federal. So think about it as two different entities. They don't talk. Like they don't communicate. It's not allowed. But there's a reason that if these were no big deal, they wouldn't have been entered into the record by the Candace Thomas here. I don't know who this woman is, but bless her heart in the best way possible. Like, she put this shit into the record, the court record. It's on the docket. That is, yeah, the judge is covering his ass by putting it in the records. Yeah, if this was no big deal, the judge would just ignore it. Delete, have a nice day. So these are from the and Gail, I appreciate it, but these documents are not from Pacer. These documents are Levy County documents, so they're state documents. And these were just screenshotted and given to me. I don't have the originals. The county.
You can only go by what you've been given.
Yeah, I don't go on the county website very much because I'm just.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this to all of you, and a lot of you know me, and a lot of you know that I usually stay at home and, you know.
Who are you?
What?
Who are you?
Sorry. Who? Hello, 911. What is your emergency? Anyway, no.
Did you put them? I just have a question for Angie. Did you put them in your Discord, or? I was given screenshots, which is fine for me. It's just, you know me, sometimes I like the originals. I was literally preparing. I hadn't showered yet. I was preparing for my other stream and the long form video that I'm going to try to record Thursday. I'm going to try to get it out by Saturday before the football games.
Mm-hmm.
Before the football games. However, it's, the goal was to get it out before the football games. So I'm I didn't have time to go search for myself.
Right.
So because I needed to shower.
Yeah. Smell you later. Can I ask that question now?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me ask you all a question. And I want you to be honest. Even though I dislike the oxygen thief that we talk about. Hello, sweetheart. You're a fucking ninja, you know that, don't you? You tell me you can't hear me and you walk up to me like that, and it's like, wow.
Because I'm busy, so I don't get distracted by minor intervention in my life.
Okay, well, I'm going to carry on here then. Anyway, how do you think it would go down if I went toe to toe with Bruce Matzkin? And actually went at him with all the questions that people have been asking, and actually asking him the two most simplest questions: one, when were you dropped as a child? And two, what education did you ever get? Did you find it in a Weetabix box or a Kellogg's box?
Don't knock people who were dropped on their head as a baby, okay?
I'm not knocking. I'm being sarcastic.
I was dropped on my head as a baby.
You see, now you've made me feel fucking bad about my fucking sarcasm now.
Don't worry, I joke about it, and I make the person who did it feel bad all the time, and I don't mean to.
All right, then. Well, let me rephrase it.
Long story short, the person who was carrying me fell down the stairs. They didn't actually drop me, but like they fell, and I fell as a result. So like, but I joke about it now because I'm 40 years old, and obviously I have issues, but that is not one of them.
I tell you one thing now, Stacey. He can go cuckoo as much as he wants to go choo choo. Because I can tell you one thing now, right? He is a coward. Because like if he had any spine, he would have answered the question I asked him last year. Very simple. You know, he will hide behind his knowledge of law. Yeah, but the thing is, when you get caught out in your own lies, he will soon pull his tail between his legs.
Amos girl said he got his education on wish.com.
Oh, wait a minute. There is. Do you know? I totally forgot about that. So, I wonder how much that cost him. $9.99. Do you know who I would love? I'm sorry to derail it slightly, but do you know who I would really, really, really love to get on this platform with you, me, and my pretty?
Who's
the woman who was in the recordings that he had on his YouTube channel, the one who spent 12 minutes going bubbles, 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 or Bruce.
Bruce.
Yeah, that's
the one who, when Megan played the audio, started the whole Bruce thing. Check my DMs. Okay.
Yeah,
and Mama said, I know it wasn't you. It doesn't matter who it was. I hold no grudges. Like I joke about it because everybody uses that stuff of like everybody uses that like when you were dropped on your head as a baby. Well, some of us actually were, okay?
Hey, you Scottish git, why are you walking around without your freaking haggis in your hand, Moosey lady? Anyway, sorry. Hi, Mama Squid. Good to see you. Papa Squid, hugs.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Got that wrong way around. Good to see you. Papa Squid, hugs to Mama Squid. There you go.
Hold on. I have to close some of these windows because it opened up and I got confused because I have an 80-page score act open. I have.
You know, I was actually going to carry. I mean, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, yeah, no. I know. Here's the thing about Bruce Matzkin. Okay.
Oh no. Here we go. Thank you so much.
He has a very unstable life over the last 20 plus years. You know that?
I mean, don't we all?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the only reason why I'm sort of still being nice about him.
Zach, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Stop whining and run your fat ass up some hill. And to those of you who don't know, Zach is the resident troll. He is my personal fat shamer, and I love him for it.
Bless him.
Zach, I need a recording of you. Like, I don't have my Google number anymore because I wasn't using it, so Google deleted it. But I need to have the Google Voice recording of the fat shaming so I can play it every time I want to go for ice cream. All right, I have the thank you for sending me the docket image. I appreciate it. I just hadn't had the time to look because, you know, I needed a shower and I needed to eat. But Zach, I did eat chicken and I have grapes right here. So like there's my, you know, there's my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh no. Lindy. Squid, Spawn, and chat. Watching from the hospital. Have a 10 days chronic pain treatment. We'll be getting the stuff through my midline at 9 p.m. 22 minutes. Oh, I hope that works. I hope whatever you are getting is helpful. So you'll send it. Thanks. All right. So this is another part. This is what the Grangers filed, I think, or this is Lynette's response. And this is what I hate when people do this because there is no like, I comparing two documents is hard. Answers, defenses, and counterclaims, not a factual allegation requiring a response. Well, it's like in school when you have a big paragraph and you write a one-word answer and the teacher's like, I don't know what the hell you're responding to. venue is not contested. Denied that Preston is a resident of Gilchrist County as she resides in Levy County, and without knowledge of the remaining part.
What's
In Middle
Gilchrist, Christ? Where is that? Well, how close
Huh?
is that to Levy County?
Gilchrist County. I would have to look at a map. I know as much about Florida as I do about like
Let me have a
Wales.
look.
Okay. Let's see. I'm downloading all of these.
Oh, that's near Gainesville. It's to the northwest of Gainesville.
Okay. I'll take
Yeah.
your word for it.
No, I'm looking at the map now. You got Chiefland, you got Otter Creek, Chiefland, and then you got Trendon, Bell, and that's the county. You got Fanning Springs State Park close to it. You got Manatee Springs State Park to it. So you got it basically the 129 goes straight through it highway.
One county over, same district. Okay.
Yeah.
That Cash is the expert in that geographical area.
Yeah. See, but at least I found it.
That is true.
Yeah.
And then here is
I mean, just to stop you there very quickly, in regards of question 3 and excuse me, and 4, this is
I'm
the
doing
first,
some redacting while you're talking, so
yeah, I'm a little bit confused about this. Like, who said that they lived in Gale Church County?
Gilchrist.
Unless because I mean, the only places you got Trendon, you got Bell, you got Wilford. There's other small places there, but there's no major, unless they lived on a camping site somewhere.
I don't know.
Anyone got any ideas why this Gilchurch Christ County came up?
That would be a
it was a typo by Randy. Right, okay. So they're trying to use it. Right, okay.
They're
Question, Kasha, did Randy rectify that? And if he rectified it, did it go into the docket, and did they respond to it?
I'm just redacting
Yeah.
well, I'm redacting
Gotcha.
court or email addresses so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. Part of the other reason that I'm redacting everything now is the whole email address, not just the first part, is I'm trying to get in good graces with the YouTube algorithm because I am trying to grow my channel. And you know, even though I won't get necessarily in trouble for some of it, or the algorithm won't like yeet me, I don't want it to like shadow ban me just because I'm
I mean it's always good. Squid Podcast, can I put my Discord in here, huh?
Yeah.
No, not me, that's Lucy.
Yeah, I saw it.
No.
And if you're a mod on this channel or you're a friend of this channel, I have no problem with the mods dropping links to your channels because people did it for me and it helped. And I am not one to gatekeep YouTube or Discord. My Discord's pretty boring. So like if you join my Discord, like, you know, yeah. So
you know, there's a few names I haven't seen for a long time in here who haven't came to see me when I'm live. I'm feeling sad. I feel sad and unloved. Randy's office is in Gilchurch. Oh, wait.
all right, I'm getting PDFs of all these documents sent to me. So, but we will open up the
no rush.
the
Can you
next one.
scroll? Can you scroll down on that one? Go to the next page.
Hold on, I have to close the text of this. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close this. Oh, yeah. So Anissa,
clerk-
yeah, read it. You got
Okay,
it.
the clerk erroneously entered a default even though I had already filed my answer, defenses and counterclaims several days earlier. I filed a motion to set aside default, but nothing had been done about it, which is being exploited by Mr. Socket, claiming I can't file even though he is fully aware that I am not actually in default. He filed yet another 56-105 motion, which is that word, and frivolous, just as the Granger's lawsuit is. Hang on a second. Hang on. Hold the press. Hold the train. Stop the bus. You were the ones who sued the Grangers. This lawsuit is a counter lawsuit of you suing them for the trespass case. You absolute freaking buffoon.
Oh, and you don't have to redact them. I can redact them. This is kind of on the fly, so it's because this stream was last minute. Like I had a stream planned, but it's the stream we're gonna do tomorrow. I had a stream planned. It just wasn't this stream.
Wait. Why do I feel like I'm being roped into something that I'm not aware of yet?
You're not.
Oh, thank God for that. You no, because you do this to me sometimes. You just go, spawn. We're going live in 5 minutes. Don't.
And Angie just apologized for something she didn't need to apologize for because she didn't do anything wrong.
I know she doesn't. She does that. She over apologizes all the time. Don't you, Angie? I know you too well.
It's just one of those things of like, no need to apologize when you're helping me.
Yeah, and that you see, this is the problem. Lynette is a type of person. Excuse me. She will find something online and then she'll go, "Oh, look, this is what we're buying." And then she'll have 2 or 3 people say different things about one subject, and look what she writes, which I doubt very much this is her writing, but you never know. Now, let's all like, smell the coffee and wake up a little bit. The Grangers never sued her. They countersued her for the trespass court case, for false allegations, making false statements, defamation, libel. And the fact is, here's one thing, right? Corporal Gregory, if he wanted to, but that would go against his professional conduct, but he could do count. Every single person involved in that trespass case could put a countersuit in against Lynette Preston. That includes Lloyd, that people have forgot about. Bless his cotton socks. I salute you, sir. Being a squid. Sorry, squid. Yeah, I don't know how to dig myself out of this one, so I'm just going to carry on driving, all right?
And that the whole time he had a conversation with himself because I didn't say anything.
No, your
Not
face
once did I
expression.
ever say a word.
Your face expression says it all.
And there was a comment that I wanted to get to.
I didn't do it. You didn't see me do it. You can't prove nothing.
No, it's not a bad one. I've just been kind of doing stuff in the I apologize for future transactions.
Wait.
Donna Shepard right here. Stopping by for a quick hello, resting in bed for my birthday. Happy birthday, as I'm recovering from surgery. I hope you feel better quickly. Sending love and blessings to all. I just wanted to make sure I addressed that because I saw it in the actual chat, like the live chat, but I wanted to pull it up on screen so I could actually read it and
it was
make sure I addressed it because
it was her birthday.
It's her birthday and she's recovering from surgery. So like,
can I?
Y'all, if you're wearing earplugs, just take them out a little bit.
I won't. Okay, I won't. What do you mean? What? Oh,
out just a little bit, so you can still hear. But
who was it again? Who was it?
Donna Shepard.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
That right
Happy
there is why.
birthday, Donna Shepherd. Happy birthday to you. Hey, I've done it really quietly. And many more. Right. Jeff Grady, I get your point now. However, everyone in that trespass could do a countersuit for that case. Papa Squid, I love you. You're such a nice guy. I can't wait to talk to you.
There's this.
Actually, I didn't I? Once.
I think so.
Yeah. I just think this whole thing is so it's
I'm being pulled. Here's the next page. Go for it.
Okay. Right. Okay. Admit that a voluntary dismissal was filed under Florida Rule 1.420 without prejudice to pursue the claims at a later time. Denied there was no litigations of the merits of any adjudications, and the dismissal was without prejudice. Denied 9, denied 10, denied 11, denied. Defenses: the plaintiff claims it is not right because the underlying action did not terminate in their favor to give rise to a standing for malicious prosecution claim. Since it was voluntarily dismissed without prejudice, and there was no litigation and the merit nor any court rulings or adjudication of any issues whatsoever. The claim is the underlying action that was voluntarily dismissed were and are meritorious, whatever. The claims is the underlying action that was voluntarily dismissed are being refiled as a counterclaim. And this, they can counterclaim anytime they like, you absolute pleb. As a right demonstrating the absurdity. No, listen. If I, for example, was in that situation, okay, I would counter sue Lynette Preston and John Cook, and I would also sue Bruce Matzkin, because at the end of the day, he's the one sitting there advising his clients. So you know who's really responsible for these motions? Is it the client or is it the lawyer? Because the lawyer at the end of the day has the last word. He's the one who advises. He's the one who writes the documents. He's the one, or she or they, right, are the ones finishing these documents up and then putting them into into motions. So on a technicality, right, this is not Lynette talking. This is Bruce talking.
Yeah,
because I mean, you can tell the difference between Lynette's grammatical understanding of the English language or the Americanese, like whatever freaking language they use in Otter Creek, right? And this is what's written here. At the end of the day, if Squid here wanted to countersue, she can. Even if it was a voluntary dismissal, she can still sue that individual, right, for defamation and slander. As simple as. She has every right to.
I gave myself a paper cut, so if I'm cringing, that hurt. And Gary, and that's the whole point of these. This was attached to his emails, and that he sent to the judge, the judicial assistant, knowing that he's not a part of this shit, which is just boggles the damn mind. Just boggles the mind.
And now you can understand why the statements I make about about my old. I mean, don't forget, I'm not the only one who may have this opinion. Don't forget, there's not just Americans who. This is going to sound stupid now, who live in America and live in close to Otter Creek who are witnessing this. You've got people from around the bloody planet watching this. And I'm not the only one who goes, wait a minute, why is that legal system broken? Why is it not why is this still going on? Why is this happening? Why is this allowed to be going on?
Gary brings up a really good point. He's just being a bully. Yeah.
Gary,
which is one of the reasons that I have no problems with talking about him, because he tried to bully me and it didn't really work.
Well, he tries to bully women. That's one thing. One thing I'm going to say this point blank, right? He likes to give it the big man when it comes to the ladies. But when it comes to the guys with the dangly thing between the legs, that's where he starts pulling in it. That's when he starts winding his neck in. Sorry, carry on. My apologies. My apologies. Sorry, Papa Squid.
That $1.99 super chat. And these are all motions that most of the chat has probably seen before. I have not, just because I followed it on a surface level, but from the documents perspective, like I just got too much to. You got to narrow your focus somewhere. I can't cover everything or pay attention to everything. You can have another one. You want grapes? No, you cannot have another one.
Do you know what I would like to do one night?
Baby squid tantrum incoming, because I gave her a Swiss cake roll and I told her she can have another one. Because the girl would live off Swiss cake rolls if she had the option.
Uh-oh. She's to your left.
I know. She wants my Stanley Cup.
Okay. You know what we should do one night? You, me, and my pretty on a panel. And then we if people in Discord or on a Discord, in a Discord, so people join the Discord, and it's already set up anyway, but we'll set up a area where they can wait. And what we do, we bring them in, and then we ask them a question, especially if they're not from America. And say for example, someone from Belgium or from Germany or from the UK or from Spain or Italy. And ask them, what, and see their opinion, because I think it's about time that we actually hear people's opinion about it.
Well, Stephen, she had one package, not one. That's where I cut my freaking finger on the box, opening them up. And it's just like, when you think it can't get any weirder, that's when it does.
Oh God, please no.
And Ninja Puppy, thanks for the $1.99 super chat for the Band-Aid fund. Here's to the Band-Aid fund. Oh, like I just when you think it can't get any weirder, it does. And we hit 4,200 subscribers on the channel.
No way! Congratulations.
And the other channel is up to 96. So maybe I can hit 100 on a. Yeah.
Maybe if I show my fingernails, I wonder if I'll actually get to 4,200.
Papa Squid says, are judges afraid to enforce judicial guidelines or laws? It seems like it, but here's the thing: when they do F up, they do what Hannah Dugan does. Never get arrested in Milwaukee. You might end up in front of that bitch. You'll get arrested. You hide behind judicial immunity. And even though judges can be impeached, state legislatures are super afraid to impeach judges. For what reason? I'm not really sure. They're afraid to remove shitty people from their jobs.
I mean, that's my question, Papa Squid. Why? You've got Judge the degenerate, right? Basically helping a defendant. Then there has to be something severely wrong for this to be going on like this. If you did a survey now, right, and ask how many people are sick and tired of this, and they'd rather talk about other cases or talk about other things that are happening in the world. There are so many things happening in the world, like aviation. There's conflicts going on all over the freaking planet. There's political unrest in both of our countries. There's the insanity of human trafficking and God knows what else. And then we've got these fucking idiots these idiots to deal with.
It's fine. It happens occasionally. It's not it's not a oh shit. Not only are you at 4,200 subscribers, but you're at 500 videos. I can't believe I've made 500 videos.
500.
500 in 18 months or 19 months.
Do you know that I met you and you were at 1,200, 300? I think it was. That's how long we've known each other.
We've known each other longer than that because Rad has helped me get from like 600 and something to like 1,000.
Yeah, yeah, he helped me as well, and I miss the guy. I really do. I hope he is all right. I really do.
He's doing okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm there if he needs to talk. But this needs to stop. Someone, I tell you one thing, Judge Henkel. I don't think Judge Henkel's going to be playing around on this one.
I hope not. He's a very by the book kind of person. And I usually don't do call to actions, but I'm gonna do we're just gonna get petty for a second. We're just going to get a little
are gonna get paid. Me, I'll sit here and shut up.
We're gonna do a little exhibit P for petty. And y'all, I usually don't ask completely, but we have 146 people that hit the like button. There's 253 people here. 250 because 3 of y'all hit the down like or the dislike button. So thanks for the engagement and I appreciate you. Like people think that hitting the dislike button bothers me. It's like YouTube sees the thumbs up and the thumbs down as the same. So, however, with that being said, can we get like 200 likes? There's 253 people in here right now. Can we at least get that number up a little bit? Just up, just a tiny bit. Ooh, my finger is throbbing. Like, it's so small.
Now, I know this is going to sound really strange, but if you apply pressure to it, right, it's a psychological, if you apply pressure to it, right, because basically it's just a membrane, pushing out, it's sending signals. So if you apply pressure to it, you're counteracting the pain. Just try it. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
A petty officer can be petty. Yeah, we do exhibit P for petty around here.
Yeah.
Because we you're sending me the docs from the bankruptcy. I have all the docs. Anything that's on Pacer, I have. It's just the state docs. Levy County is an interesting conundrum with getting docs. It's not as simple as like Orange County because it's so tiny. So, it's
Do you know what? I just who was the first lawyer? Mark Feather, not Silverman, the other one. Feather. What was his name again?
Mark Feather?
Is it Mark Feather? Was it Mark Feather?
I think. All right, we're gonna get back into these documents though, but we are gonna skip the because everybody in the chat, multiple people have been covering this lawsuit, just not me.
Yeah.
It's a I'm more interested in the emails, which is the make fun of, because all he's doing here is copying and pasting.
Hang on a minute. Where was that invasion of privacy? She told him to vacate the property. She evicted him. So he legally, as a tenant, had the right to ask for help to remove his person. Oh my God. Don't get me freaking started on that. Mark Feather, there he is.
So there is just a, and this is the thing, prepared with free assistance of a lawyer. But I thought, according to Florida law, that person had to put their name, but I don't know. Yeah, Mark. Okay, I know Feather was Jeremy's original lawyer. It's
I'm surprised that he hasn't. I'm looking forward to him coming in as a witness.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think a lot of people have.
So here is, and I'm opening these one at a time so that I don't get confused. So if I'm being slow about it, I'm sorry. It's because when I open up too many preview windows, my brain goes absolutely like batshit crazy on like what's where. I only have 5 screens open right now. So like,
do you want
all
me
right,
to, if you want
I
me
can
to
read
read
this
anything?
one because I want to try to read it as whiny as possible. This is from Bruce to Candace, the judge's judicial assistant. In Florida, and remember, just in case any of us need that refresher, Bruce is not a Florida lawyer. Bruce is barely a lawyer. The bankruptcy is being reinstated, and thus the 2 cases involving Miss Preston will again be automatically stayed. Yes, but right now they're not. So suck it up, Buttercup. And they might, I don't disagree with what he said necessarily in the last letter that we read, and that one might be out of order. So I don't necessarily disagree about like they're trying to push things in while they can and rush things through. However, guess what? That's their prerogative to do what they can do before anything gets reinstated. Like that's honestly Randy's job. I note that Mr. Shockett's proposed order denying the MPO far exceeds what was asked for. The simple denied order and asked for sanctions on a false basis that Miss Preston completely failed to appear at deposition. Well, she did.
Yeah,
This was the deposition that was scheduled for October 1st, correct?
I think so.
Y'all can make sure that I have my dates correct.
I think it was, yeah.
Supposed to be October 1st. So it was reinstated yesterday. So okay, this was the deposition. And John, we're going in chronological order here because that's the only way my damaged brain can keep track of it.
What was reinstated yesterday?
The bankruptcy, which I have to check the
Yeah, show proof.
Yep. I'll get the document. So you want to keep reading that while I get
where were you? Oh yeah. Right.
Miss
Okay,
Preston filed MPO.
Sorry, where?
Where it says see paragraph 10. And then it says Miss Preston filed.
Oh yeah. Miss Preston filed a MPO the day before, and Mr. Socket, knowing she would not be appearing, convened just so A, Hales could make YouTube content, and B, he could file his motions for sanctions based on the false basis she had completely failed to appear, when her pending MPO meant she could await a ruling. Mr. Socket continues to abuse the court for sake of his clients. Well, I think that's the other way around, actually, for YouTube content. I hope Judge Gope is aware of the attached court decision about Mr. Socket. Now, obviously, you know, you guys have been attacking these guys on a personal level, but the thing is, Bruce Matzkin is still involved in this, and he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be involved in this at all. All right, fair enough. On Monday, yeah, and then basically Bruce Matzkin, yeah.
And playing devil's advocate, though, like pushing things through when the case isn't stayed is part of Randy's job. It might be a technicality and like one of those things where you might not like it, but
Check private chat. Yeah.
It is what it is. Oh, and before I do that, Joseph, you have a birthday buddy. Good, hello, sister, from the VA hospital for my doctor's appointments on my birthday. Happy birthday to you as well. There's 2 birthdays in the chat today. So, you know, it's what? Oh well. Oh well.
Oh dear. Oh well. Never mind.
Oh well.
That's sad.
Oh well. Worst things could happen.
Yep.
And then this was the
that's from the first email.
Yeah, this is what we read in the first one.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I mean, John Cook's here right now. let me ask you a question, John Cook. Let's put all the cards on the table. Bruce Matzkin made a motion that he was fired or he was released by you as the representing body, legal body for you. However, then it was contradicted by what you guys said, that he wasn't fired. He came to you to be asked if he could be released, removed as your legal representation. So what's the truth? Is Bruce Matzkin lying, or are you lying? Because there's no such thing as truth in this one. Either you're lying or Bruce Matzkin's lying. So, John Cook, as you are here, would you like to comment on that, or would you like to refuse to comment, considering that we already know the answer? But it would be nice to hear it from you, sir, madam, whatever you want to call it, identify yourself as.
Speaking of identifying yourself as something, if you didn't catch Mo in the Deep End stream this morning, she just did a story time with Mo. Y'all need to go back and watch it, because she told a story about someone being offended that she misgendered their dog.
Diversion 1981.
So there's that. And then there's another email from Bruce to Jerome, Candace, and Lynette. Subject: reinstatement motion. Is it being heard tomorrow? Is it a video conference hearing? It literally had to put that as two different, two paragraphs. Like you couldn't have written that any.
I'm surprised he didn't put it in bold.
Yeah, and wait, whose fault was it that the bankruptcy case got dismissed? Not Randy's fault. And we do have all those bankruptcy docs. There's not just the reinstatement order. There's 5 documents, I think. 5 documents. I have one open right now, so I don't have it.
So I see no comment from John Cook then, huh? I thought you had big kahunas, John. Why didn't you come and tell us the truth? Was Bruce lying, or were you lying?
We're never gonna get, even though he's generally respectful in here, I've come to know that we're not gonna get answers, because he's literally said he's not gonna answer. So I'm hoping one day that'll change. However, I don't think it's going to. Because I would just like to know, because the whole timing of that thing just genuinely just did not add up to me. And it was like your attorney was scared, so they threw you under the bus.
No, I don't think it was that. I think I think it was a tactic. It was a tactic. So basically, if they don't have any legal representation, that means they will be treated differently, because then they would have to represent themselves, and with everything that's been going on, there's so my brain is not in gear today.
That was me yesterday. John Cook, how do you feel every time LP says she's done with you, or says that? This is what I have a problem with. Right here. This
bloody good point.
This second sentence right here, or says that you're that, or says whatever she does is for her and the child and not you. That's genuine question. I'm not trying to be an instigator, but I do have genuine questions, because it seems shady to me. That is not behavior that I would tolerate if Mr. Squid did that shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
If someone called me
Oh, and happy birthday, by the way, Joseph. Sorry, go on. My bad.
If it's all part of the grift. But see, there are certain things that are just too real and are said too many times to be a part of the grift. I don't think that's a grift. I think that is just personality.
Yeah, and she's been saying it from the get-go. So here, this then takes me back to my original question that I mentioned last year and this year, right? What does she have on John, or what does John have on her, for them not to split ways?
I don't know. My mother-in-law and father-in-law got a divorce, and they still live together. So who knows? That I don't judge, because people do that shit all the time. Like my mother-in-law wore, I don't know if she does anymore. I haven't talked to her in almost 2 years, but with the exception of ducking and hiding in Walmart, because, you know, she pops out from behind an aisle like, hey, you know.
Oh my God, can you
Ninja
imagine?
Puppy, thanks for the $1.99 super chat, because it's shady.
Why did I just picture Lynette Preston on a freaking pole?
Stop. He did. But it's just because Blytho has to take things. Remember, judges have to take things at face value unless given facts that prove those facts wrong.
I mean, could Bellito still go back and, you know, if it turns out that Bruce has been proven to be lying in that motion, could that come back to bite him in the ass legally and professionally?
It should, but, you know, it's just...
Oh, no, Kevin, he's still going to get sanctioned no matter what.
Yeah, and the whole sanctions is a separate issue, because it's like I swear, like BBB has been the luckiest, like between the government shutdown and like just different things. Other people, Lynette filing the bankruptcy means that he won't get sanctioned for a while, because you can't sanction anybody on a case that's on a stay. So like, that's an ethical issue. You can't do anything actively in a case that's on a stay.
Mm.
So sanctioning a party in a case that is actively on a stay, it doesn't work. But so he's gotten so lucky in that sense of the word. Like, and the next document was just the second half of that, email. So we're gonna go to the next one. And then we'll get through these, and then we'll
yeah, there you go. I mean, even only me knows that that Bruce Matzkin said that he got removed. So here's the thing: either Bruce Matzkin's lying or they are.
Yeah, somebody is not telling the truth, because they're literally saying opposite things.
Yeah.
And one person put it in the only thing that is different is one party put it in a legal document and filed it with the court.
And the other party flapped their gums everywhere and posted it everywhere. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's just messy. Whichever way you look at it, it's just messy. It's just messy.
It
is just messy.
I feel sorry for you guys who live in that area. I really feel sorry for you guys over there right now. If the legal system is the way it is, I'm so sorry for you. I really am.
And it's just one of those things that, like, I can imagine. I can just imagine what people in Levy County, just in general, like the average person, not anybody in power as far as like a judge, a lawyer, anybody on the board, or, you know, but just the average, like, random person that lives in Levy County. Generally speaking, having lived in a small rural town in the South, most of those people just want to be left the hell alone.
Yeah.
Those are people who want to live a quiet life, just want to be left the hell alone, don't want to be in the middle of shit. They just want to be left the absolute hell alone. And the problem here is Levy County is famous for all of the wrong reasons.
Yep.
People who just want to be left the absolute hell alone.
And have you noticed that there's hardly anything about the town hall anymore? Which I think is a good thing, because let's be honest with you, you know, who really cares? That's their business. You know, it's only a small village. I mean, Christ, it's smaller than the village I live in, but, you know, I mean, we don't have even a quarter of the issues that they've got. You know, but I hope now that they're on the map and, you know, they're famous with all this, I hope that people, you know, go there in a positive manner, in a positive way, and, you know, give that little village a little bit of love, because I think they need it.
Yeah. Oh crap.
And it'll be even better when if those two ever move away, it'll be even better. That's Spawn Truth. Jeremy said that after they fixed their shit and stopped the harassment overcharging him, he'd let them be. And he did just that. Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey. Exactly.
I just have a thing where, so interestingly enough, someone's friend requested me the other day.
Oh, snap.
Well, no. The interesting part about it is it has nothing to do with any of this. But they live in Northport.
Oh, snap. Okay. Interesting.
So I'm like, do I leave it alone? And it has nothing to do with this. It has to do with the neurological condition that we have in common.
Yeah.
However, it's one of those things of, do I leave it alone or do I ask questions?
I would ask questions, and then if you feel safe enough and you feel happy enough to go into interaction and dialogue with the individual, do it. And if anything starts getting fishy or strange, just go unblock and just make sure you keep a record of what's going on.
It's just one of those weird situations where it was like, well, we're in a group. We're in a group, like a Chiari group together, and we've been talking about other things. And I had no idea this person was from Northport until I accepted their friend request, and then I went to, you know how you talk to people, you just hit accept, and then you go look at their profile later, and they're like Northport, Florida. I'm like, oh, okay.
Then don't bring anything up unless they bring it up, and if they do, then have a cordial conversation. And if it,
and Pickle Tank, thanks for the $5 super chat. That's why Jeremy and George moved to Otter Creek. They just wanted to be left alone. Then Lynette followed them there.
Yep, they did. And I look, no disrespect, they are human beings, but how the hell, why would you sell and move from a beautiful place that a house is to a piece of land that belongs to a large piece of land that probably was the cesspool? Excuse me.
All right, here's another email. Do you want to read this one?
Oh yeah, the cesspool of the place, right? Okay, Miss Polk and Miss Thomas. Judge Grobe asked for an order denying the NPR not awarding sanctions or making any findings of fact underlying such an award. Nevertheless, Mr. Socket added sanctions to the order as well as findings. Although this was not what the judge asked for, nevertheless, it was entered without any discussion. In essence, the court granted a motion for sanctions without any opportunity for Miss Preston to even respond and no hearing. I suspect it didn't even realize it because Socket slipped it in. Oh, fuck's sake. When a party files a MPO, they are not completely failed to appear for deposition. Rather, they notified via the MPO that they won't be appearing. Despite this, Mr. Socket chose to incur the cost of the court reporter instead of cancelling it, so he could file a motion of sanctions. He has every right to freaking incur costs, because at the end of the day, if you wait till the last minute to say you're not coming, then yeah, you could have gave him a warning a couple of days or a few days before, whatever. Your office continues to play into every scheme they perpetrate to make YouTube content again out of these court filings.
Don't make that a drinking game. You'd never survive.
Can you imagine? Your office entered a default in Granger V's Preston after and despite that she filed an answer. Now you make Miss Preston have to file more motions to address the sanctions that have, this is fucking Bruce writing this, ordered because Socket included this despite A, it's not being that the judge asked for, and B, the sanctions are based on a falsity that she failed to appear with no notice that enabled them to avoid incurring costs for the reporter. That's bullshit. When you wait until the last minute and say you're not coming, Okay, instead of actually, like, if I had to go to a deposition with you, and I had, like, the deposition is in, say, in 3 days, and I know I can't make it, right? I'm going to contact the courts, and I'm going to contact you and everyone else. I'm going to send a CC one out. Everyone's going to get the same message. I can't make it on the 25th because something has come up, and this is what's happened. Here's the proof. Da 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 da. The excuse, oh, John Cook's shoulder hurts. He had a, like, you've had that appointment for over 2 months. So why didn't you tell them? There's no excuse. If you knew that you had that appointment, the moment you got told you're going for a deposition, you should have turned around and said, hey, by the way, I've had this appointment. It's been booked for the last 2 months. I don't think we can make it on that day. Can we postpone or push it forward or push it back? But that never happened.
Well, and that's where I get confused, and I would like John to answer, because I've never known anybody that's had shoulder injections that couldn't drive themselves.
Huh.
That's where that's where one of the things that I'm a little, like, I just have questions. Things just don't make sense.
Well, I mean, like, their excuse will be, well, we've only got one vehicle, blah, blah, blah. And you know, he needed a fucking, like, some sort of, like, gurney board to whatever. I don't want to say something negative to get. I am so sick and tired of pointing out the facts and pointing out the reality of these idiots. But if you know that you've had that appointment for months, and they said it themselves.
I know. John said in here, because my screenshots of my chat ends up on other people's streams all the time. So, yeah, John, my question is, though, it's your appointment, but why did she have to drive you? Why couldn't you drive yourself?
You could have got an Uber.
Well, that's true too.
There's no excuse.
It's just one of those weird things. Like, I know it was you, and I know, but why didn't she say to the courts, I can't do a deposition that day. I have to drive him to the doctors.
I mean, no
He's
disrespect.
having shoulder injections, and he does it, whether you can or you didn't want to drive yourself. She could have said he doesn't feel comfortable driving. Whether that was the truth or not, it was a valid excuse.
Yeah, and here comes
Err on the side of safety.
Yeah, and here comes devil's advocate. Hey, Squid, I need to go to hospital. Oh, can you drop me off at hospital and then pick me up afterwards?
That's what I did with Mr. Squid and his.
I mean, like, how
his
hard
last
is that?
appointment.
And the thing is, I mean, obviously you've got your little fairy market or fair, whatever, flea market thing. You've got money. Okay, it doesn't cost that much for an Uber. I mean, 20, 30, 40
And devil's advocate, I understand that it was John Cook's appointment and not hers.
Yeah,
and it's not his responsibility to tell the court; it's hers.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, she used him an excuse. She used him as an excuse, and you know, like, these excuses are so baseless. I mean, there's no getting out of it. There's no excuse. The fact that, like, you had that shoulder issue and you've had that appointment for 2 months, there is no way on this planet that when you received that notification that she had a deposition. Now, John, this is not your problem. This is hers, right? That you've got that appointment. She could have turned around and said, right, in the morning, I'm going to go and drop you off, and then I'm going to go and do the deposition. And you've got 2 ways of getting back. You can take an Uber, or you can wait at a restaurant or in a cafe until I'm done, and then I'll phone you up and I'll come and pick you up. Done. There's no excuse. And now you're saying that socket is lying. Cool. You got excuse after excuse, John. Excuse after excuse, fella. You know, where's your integrity, fella? Where is your integrity, man?
I'm gonna share this next email, and you can read. He's literally saying pretty much the same thing in every email, which begs the question of, regardless. Okay, devil's advocate, even for Bubble Brain. which is going to make my head explode.
Yeah.
Say that any of these emails were appropriate. He's literally, all of these emails could have been condensed into one email.
Yep.
So playing devil's advocate in the sense of, you know, but I have to go check on my child because she is awfully quiet. So this is once again from Bruce to Candace. Subject, Granger v. Preston, order granting default.
Okay, I'll read it out. Miss Thomas, once again, I alert you to an error in the entry of default. The order of default entered September 20th is based on the following finding. 7. The court further finds that despite proper notice, the defendant has failed to file or serve any responsive pleading or otherwise defend this action. Obviously, this is incorrect, as the docket shows the answer, defenses and counterclaims filed on September 15th. Did Mr. Socket draft that order as well? If so, he purposely included this false finding for the judge's signature. If not, then he is free to blame in this instance, unlike in other matter in which he machinated a sanctions order based on falsely including in the order that Miss Preston completely failed to appear for a noticed deposition when in fact he had advance notice and chose to incur the costs of a court reporter just so he could make the motion. I mean, it's like listening to a parrot, really. It is extremely upsetting that even after filing her pleading, Miss Preston must still deal with the consequences of entry default, as she has not filed her pleading prior to the default being entered. She diligently filed the motion to set aside on September 25th, yet the default has still not been set aside. Every day it remains more stressed for her and more YouTube can for her. What is, Bruce, what is it for you? What is it about content for YouTube? Listen, at the end of the day, if someone is doing a daily blog and they're talking about this situation, then they can do it as much as they like. And you're using that. You're weaponizing that. And like, at least now we know who's writing, who's ghost writing Lynette Preston's freaking paperwork. Now we know. So you may as well put your name on the bottom of that. Instead of being a ghost writer and an invisible writer, you may as well just put your name on the bottom of those documents. Oh my God. I swear to God. Just a question of interest. Is there a tree somewhere in the United States? You know those big redwood trees, they're like 30 foot wide or whatever. I don't know what they're called. You know, is there like a big sign on it? Hello, welcome to the stupid tree. Please use the lift instead of staircase. If you wish to hit every branch, make sure that you use the bungee. Thank you. Please come again. Seriously, I mean, like, there must be stupid trees everywhere. Oh my God. You know, Squid, you know that this document confirms that the ghostwriter, right, for Lynette Preston is Bruce Matzkin.
Mama,
It's not candy, baby.
Daddy.
Oh, it's a cough drop. Like, oh,
Way, there's baby Squid. Way. Oh my word! Now you're 6 foot tall. Whoa, you're a big girl now. Whoa. Whee! Whee! Hello.
oh,
Hello.
this right here. Just jealous that everyone's making money on YouTube and they're not.
Well, didn't he make enough money from all the GoFundMe's and gift and goes? And, you know, I mean, let's be honest with you. How much money did he take home from all this?
Who?
Deuce Boy.
Not a clue. More than John.
Hey, John, are you going to sue Bruce Matzkin and Lisa for the money?
If I was a lawyer, I'd take that case.
Oh, I would jump on that like flies to shit, pardon my French.
They had to get George out of the cold and snow. I got me out of cold and snow.
And also, why are you spending over $1,000 for a freaking dog that you probably wouldn't ever be able to control once it's gone past 6 months? Because you know how big those bloody dogs get. Just make sure you got like one of those bite-proof jackets. Just saying.
All right. So there was this one. The order was or there was more attached to that, but it was just a copy of what was already filed with the court that most people had already seen. I'm not taking the time to go through all those documents from the court because y'all pay attention to that. So and then there's the motion for default, which is in here, which he sent in, which is like, why? Like, why?
Can I just make an announcement, a very quick one?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Everyone, come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Okay, now listen, I'm going to try to explain this to you. All right. Now, at the moment, there's 284 of you sitting here listening to this. All right. Now, you've got 205 people who've hit that like button. So here's the deal. There's 285 and 84, sorry. And there's 285 likes. Let's try to get those likes up, okay, to at least 270. Otherwise, I'm going to start singing King Henry VIII. I am King Henry VIII. I am. And I'm going to do it sounding like me wants a pretty goes. We want it. We want to practice. We want it now. So you have a choice. Thank you very much. Please hit that like button. And remember, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button, even if it works and doesn't work sometimes. Welcome to YouTube.
Come join us in the fun. Come join us.
Yes. Come join us. One bottle of beer. 2, but sorry.
And if you've already hit it, just hit it once. Don't hit it twice.
Yeah, just hit it once. That's all.
Just once. Yeah. Once is enough. You all crack me up. I love streaming sometimes. It is so much fun to just hang out and talk to chat, and
I like it. I enjoy it a lot, especially that's one thing that I enjoy both here and on mine as well, is when you got these guys coming in and they're just talking to each other or they talk to you, and it's wait, what? Come to the dark side. We've got cookies.
We've got cookies and cases of energy drinks.
Oh, I've got one for that.
You know the green now.
And orange soda.
Right. I have cookies.
Wait, what?
We have orange soda and cough drops.
I have Dr. Pepper. Oh my God, I've got an empty.
UK noise complaint on spot. All right. So we are going to get to the bankruptcy documents.
Yes, please do.
Before Spawn spins out of control.
Oh no, it's too late. I've got Dr. Pepper. Oh, I am cheating. It's a cheat day today, so leave me alone before anyone starts. You want a diet? You shouldn't drink Dr. Pepper. No, it's a cheat day today.
This is Poppy. It's the prebiotic soda. It's got 25 calories.
Is that it?
So, yeah.
That's good.
Yep, 25 calories and only 5 grams of sugar. So it's still not good for you, but
Can Bruce be charged with contempt of court and order to appear in front? Well, Chris, he was supposed to turn up for sanctions, but he didn't. And then all hell broke loose about that. So he's still got that to come towards him. Now, if it turns out they can prove without fail that he lied on his motions, that he was removed or fired as legal representatives for Miss Preston and Lynette Preston, and it turns out that they can prove that he lied on that, which basically he can, because she said that he wasn't fired. He asked them to be released anyway. basically he could technically be held in contempt. Yeah, because he lied, and that's a big no-no.
Only me, I know, but the little took my water.
Wait a minute, who's
I
asking?
know. Only me said water had 0 calories, and I said, he goes, just saying. I said, I know, but the little took my.
Welfare check on spawn. Wait, what? Welfare check on me. I'm good. I've got my doctor.
All right. Getting to the one that we've all been waiting for weeks.
Yeah. Oh God. How many pages?
2.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, it's called Poppy. It's another one of those, like, Olipop is another brand.
You see, I'm still going to argue the fact that when was the last time she used the Lynette Michelle Lacey Alexis Cook? Not yet, never. But anyway, who am I to point that out? Right? The fact that they've been together over 10 years and they were only married for 5, and she uses her surname Preston, you'd think, like, I mean, then again, I mean, she's been married more times than the postman's been in your house. So
okay. And I know, like, there's 294 people in chat right now. I'm pretty sure 290 of them know the answer to this question, and I don't. This is how much I don't pay attention to things that don't matter in my daily basis.
it's blue.
Preston was husband number what?
Fucking hell. Hang on a minute. Please hold your calls. Carry on talking. I'll tell you in a minute.
All right. So let's get to this real quick. Order granting debtor's motion to reinstate case. This case is before the court's motion or on debtor's motion to reinstate case. After reviewing the motion and with no objections being filed, it is ordered. The debtor's motion to reinstate case is granted. The above captioned case is reinstated effective upon entry of this order. Preston was number 1. Okay. The order dismissing this case for failure to comply with notice of deadline to cure deficiencies entered August 18th of 2025 is vacated. Pursuant to 11 U.S. Code 362 C2B, the automatic stay terminated on the date this case was dismissed and was not in effect from such date until the entry of this order. The automatic stay under 11 U.S. Code 362 shall become effective as of the date of the entry of this order. The Chapter 7 trustee previously assigned to this case shall be reappointed, and the case shall proceed in the ordinary course under Chapter 7 of the Bankruptcy Code. If not previously filed, any and all documents required to be filed by the debtors under 11 U.S. Code 521A1 and Bankruptcy Rule 1007 shall be filed no later than 14 days after the entry of this order. And that was yesterday, October 21st. Or for those of you who don't live in the U.S., or for those of you who are military and just get confused, 21 October 2025. I was in Broken Baker's chat this morning when he was talking about that, and I was like, wait, I still write it. Like, I write 22 October, 23 October. You know, I write it backwards. So, Spawn disappeared.
Okay. Basically, Lynette's net surnames she has used: Preston, Bennett, Griffey, Caridos, Barber, Wilson, Preston, Barber, Bennett, Caridos, Preston, Wilson, Griffey, Barber, Caridos, Barber, Wilson, Caridos, Cook, Wilson, Caridos, Griffey, Bennett, Griffey, Alexis, Kennett, Bennett, sorry, Caridos. I do apologize. Cook, Preston, Caridos, Bennett, Preston, Griffey. These are all the surnames she has used.
They were claiming it was reinstated on the 1st. Yeah, it's not. It's reinstated today. And just because someone says they're going to reinstate it, like say you heard from a judge in talking to them and your lawyer, they say they're going to reinstate it. It doesn't matter what the hell they say. It matters what they write down. Yeah,
I know, Angie. I know her maiden name's Barber. But thank you very much for that. Appreciate that.
It's yeah, and my digital clocks still run on a 24-hour time. Yes, they do.
Can I ask a question? And this is a serious question to you and to everyone else in chat who know, especially Jeff Montgomery, because he's quite intellectually gifted. So to all of you, and no, that wasn't me being sarcastic. Is there a possibility or a probability that Randy Socket or anyone can ask for a psychological evaluation on John Cook, on Lynette Preston, and this also includes on Bruce Matzkin, on Mr. Magoo and Skeletor? Hello, you guys. Is there a possibility that that can be done under the circumstances and with the history and everything that's been going on over the last 18 months? That, and if need be, also for Jeremy as well.
Well, I got your email. I'll look at it more later. Honestly, that's a loaded question, and I'm not really sure what the
I'm sorry to drop it on you, but I think because looking at everything that's occurred over the last 18 months and looking at how the anti-what the hell's ecosystem has behaved and the behavior of individuals, right? There has to be some sort of intervention where they have to like assume that someone is not playing with a full deck of cards. And look, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying, right, because you've got a person who portrays like like a victim symptom. You got other people literally unhinged behavior, like making someone look like someone from Germany in 1942. There's a lot of things that come into question. The behavior is, and the thing is, don't forget, one side of this, there's also a child involved. So with everything that's going on, with Bruce Matzkin saying, oh, the stresses and that, both sides are dealing with a lot of stresses. But how's this affecting their behavior, their daily behavior? And because we've got people on the anti-what the hell's ecosystem who do not give two craps about Lynette Preston and John Cook, but all just about themselves, where do you draw the line? Where do you go, right, we need to do an evaluation here?
and here
Sorry to drop it.
I have two sides to my brain and my ways of thinking on this.
Please.
I have the way that my petty side would be, and that I don't really give two shits about people, which I would like to, say is true. But if you've talked to me more than 5 fucking seconds, you realize that when I say that I'm full of absolute shit, I wouldn't have started a second channel to help people if I hated people.
Yeah.
So that's the whole reason I started a second channel, was to help people. So when I say I don't give two, it's like I want to not care. Yes, right here. Under no circumstances does anyone try to contact or speak to anyone mentioned in this stream. If I have to play my disclaimer, I will, but I don't want to have to do that.
No, it was just a question. I know it is a question.
It's just one of those. I personally think, just in general in this country, not this case specifically, when you file court cases, especially when they deal with a child or allegations of any sort of things like the sign said, you should automatically have to undergo a psych eval. Everybody involved. Because not a full evaluation, but a screening.
Yeah.
And I say this because I think that would cut down on a lot of things across the country. Like I said, this is not this case specific. We're just kind of talking about this case and when it was brought up. But I think that because it happened in my friend's divorce case where his wife tried to pull the I'm afraid of him and our kids are scared of him and all of that. Well, she's a narcissist. And
We've
like
come across a lot of them lately. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
well, there's also the difference between having narcissistic behaviors and being a full-blown narcissist.
Yeah.
But I think that would cut down on a lot of trivial things if everybody knew that, okay, I'm going to have to go through a screening with a professional as part of my court case. I think it would cut down on the number of, they pissed me off, so I'm going to sue them. Me too. Hence why I have other things planned. And then like something comes and just smacks you in the side of the face and you got to talk about it. Because I could have talked about these bankruptcy documents tomorrow or Friday or, I had a stream planned. I could have talked about them anytime. But like the emails, I'm like, I have to take the opportunity to make fun of Bruce. Any opportunity I get to make fun of Bruce, we're going to take it.
I mean, I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm not asking this question to be. It's just that, like, with everything that's gone on and that's been happening, and after reading the document with Luthman, I personally think that to put any doubts or from both of those sides and from people who are invested or watching this who are invested in it, I think it would take away a lot of question marks and also it would also show that because there's a lot of pressure on Jeremy to protect himself and defend himself. And like you've got three groups here. You got the Jeremy Hale's camp, you got the Lynette and John Cook camp, and then you got the anti what the hell's ecosystem camp. And they jumped on the Lynette and John Cook camp to get at Jeremy Hale's camp. And then when everything started failing for them and started falling apart for them, they then dropped the Lynette, Preston, and John Cook camp. And now they're going off to other people's platforms. And they're not as proactive as they used to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And Ketchup, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying in general, I think that should be a thing nationwide. Like, I think it should be a process because I think it would cut down on, and that, like I said, this is not limited to this case or like family court. This is just like nationwide. We have a mental health problem in this country. We have a lot of people who are, we should not put anybody down for their mental health or their thing. I did one of my clinical rotations where I would rotate to mental health and work with inpatient mental health. I have seen people that are celebrated that I'm like, you should be helped and not put on a pedestal. And this could get into a really deep situation, like a really deep topic for another time. But like we need to start treating people and not ostracizing them, but realizing that some people, just like you would treat a broken leg, but just because you can see a broken leg and you can't see a personality disorder, just because you can't see it doesn't mean you shouldn't treat it. It just takes a little different treatment. And like, we shouldn't just celebrate people for having mental health issues. We should help people with mental health issues. And that's where I don't know. I think also doing a screening whenever you file a lawsuit would also help people to get the help they need. So
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like the thing is, I'm not trying to. How can I put it? I'm not trying to, have a dig at them. But
oh no,
what I'm
I
saying,
understand that. I just it's like it's one of those situations. It's where we talk about uncomfortable shit on this channel, where we talk about topics that other people tend to dance around, like mental health, and we don't talk about it to ostracize people or make people feel bad about their mental health or any situations. We talk about it to bring awareness to situations that in this country that need to be taken care of. And we can't be afraid of talking about certain topics, despite what YouTube might tell you. So it's a freaking weird conundrum of a situation. And this whole thing is like, once you think it can't get any weirder, it does. So it's like, what shoe's gonna drop next? It's like what the next thing to happen. But here's the next document. I have about 20 minutes left before I have to get going. So we shall see. My mental health is declining every time I stupidity is shown in this case. Yeah, but it is like a train wreck. You don't want to look, but you can't help it. It's just a thing. All right. So this is notice of requirement to file a statement of completion of course in personal financial management. This is interesting. Oh, why is everybody in the hospital or recovering from surgery or having doctor's appointments? Like, I'm glad y'all are handling your health, but like, oh yeah, and then this happens. By the way, he can't type a complete sentence, but he has a second channel too. Squid, I did not give you permission to leave. Well, have a wonderful day. Well, I have about 20 minutes. We're going to make it through these documents, but we're not going to, we're not going to beat around the bush anymore. This is interesting to me because the person who I know who filed for bankruptcy, I don't think ever had to take a class in financial management, but they did not file bankruptcy in Florida. So that might be part of the thing. All right. Squid, with the bankruptcy is if these courses are not completed, this could be dismissed again. It could. It could. It could. Because you're not following a judge's order. Hi, Mark. So it's just one of those things of like, I'm saying it like I did from the beginning, wire fraud, the low-hanging fruit. I absolutely believe the FBI is already digging. God, I hope so. Yeah. I need to start a GoFundMe for a stress release range day. Yes.
do you know what? Right, talking about this tonight and everything else, and then trying to think about the easiest solution of this has gave me a headache. But one thing I want to say at the end of the day, people: one, don't contact anyone. Two, everyone is a human being, even if they are absolute idiots. They are still human beings. And three, if you are really John Cook, you need to get a grip of reality, and you need to get a grip of Lynette's reality as well, and you need to deal with this properly. And you guys are your own worst nightmare. You should have respected and accepted that cease and desist, but you never did. You just push and push and push. You're scroungers, you're grifters, and hey, you made your bed, you piss in it. That's all I've got to say to that. That's it. I'm sorry, but why shall I pussyfoot around this is insanity, for crying out loud. I have seen court cases over in the States, like you've covered some of them. Megan Fox has covered some of them. Other people have covered some. I have never, ever seen anything this diabolical in my ever since I've been watching it from the Americanese. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard fucking case went quicker and more Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway, getting
Yeah.
back to this.
Yeah.
And Edie brings up a good point. Bankruptcy only puts a pause on those cases, not wipes them out.
Exactly.
And it's like it's delaying things, and it's like all you're doing. So all that delaying is doing things is giving more people more things to talk about.
Mm-hmm. It's like if you got, it's just like, here's an idea for the people who are not as educated as everyone else. You've got a leak in your roof. You put a little bit of duct tape over it. It stops leaking for a couple of days. Then it rains heavier. Then suddenly you got a leak again. You put more duct tape over it. And the more you duct tape you put over it, the worse it'll get. This, even if it stays, the longer it stays, the less the less chances you've got of proving any of your innocence, because the longer it stays, the more it will give people the chance to find more evidence, more proof.
And also, the longer it goes, the more people talk.
Yep.
And the more evidence that they create themselves. Like,
And
John, I'm not trying to be rude to you, but there is somebody who screenshots, and I don't know who it is, but there is somebody who screenshots every chat you do in here and sends it to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Like, I got messages last night saying that screenshots of chats ended up on somebody else's live stream, and they recognize the comments from being from my chat. I have absolutely no idea who's doing it. I mean, it could be someone who like doesn't even subscribe, it could be anybody. Like, it could be a random person that I don't even know.
Mm.
But it's just one of those situations of, I'm letting you know that everybody screenshots everything. People screenshot shit all the time, screen record different people's streams. People do shit all the time and send everything to other people. Like, nothing on YouTube, even the chats, are a secret.
And one more thing you have to remember, John. All right, all this is just paperwork. You haven't even sat in court yet when it comes to all this. Yeah, for the trespass and the thumbnail, all that. Yeah, fine. But here's the thing: everything else, you haven't sat in court yet. The evidence hasn't been seen in court yet. And here's another thing you have to remember: you moved from Northport. There are people in Northport who have mentioned this and have spoken about this last year. So you just imagine when you turn up in court, you'll sit on one side and then Jeremy Hale's on the other side. Jeremy Hale's will have boxes of evidence. And all you've got is what? Your word? I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah. Even
though, John, if that is really you are in more streams on my channel than I would say about 250 people out of the 290 people here. You have come into most every stream that I have done, even when it's not about this topic, and you've just said hi and had some casual ass conversation. Nothing about nothing. Like, talking about the weather, kind of. So you have supported my channel surprisingly more than 90% of the people here. However, that being said, just know that nothing here that is said in this chat is a secret.
Nope.
Because people will screenshot. I don't talk to Jeremy. I have no desire to talk to Jeremy, and especially not after my screenshot ended up on his channel, leaving my mods open to criticism from what the Hales people for just talking to you. So, and the fact that, yeah, he never responded or said where the screenshot came from and equated me with an what the Hales channel, which, whatever. You want to do that, you're barking up the wrong fucking tree with that one. But,
and something else, like, John, with all due respect, my friend, well, you're not my friend, but I'm being polite here, right? you say, why don't you think they wouldn't ask to do a deposition? Well, they're not on trial here. You are. Lynette is. Right? Lynette and you and Bruce Matzkin made an accusation against the Grangers, which was a false accusation. They were there on request to support and help Lloyd remove his property from your property, which he had every legal right to do. He could ask anyone. He could have asked freaking anybody to help. Just because some of these people were friends or were in contact with Jeremy Hale is beside the point. They were there to support Lloyd, and it was guilty by association. Lynette told him to get off the property, that he had a certain time to get off the property. He was still in hospital at the time because he had a hip operation. Now, if you want to sit here and go, oh, well, they will countersuing you. You are the ones who made the accusation. You're the ones who lied, because not you personally, but your representation, your legal representation, sat on a platform, the Crampons platform last year, all right, and sat there and gave them a .pdf file where it said invasion. Okay, and it wasn't a invasion; it was a removal of property legally. So try another one. They don't have to be deposed. You and Lynette, especially Lynette, needs to be deposed because of the text messages and posts she made around that period of time. Would you like to pick door number 2 or number 3 on your next?
We're gonna go with number 4. That's my door. We're going to handle these super chats real quick, and then we're gonna actually read these documents because Mama's gotta get back to Mama life.
Go for it. Sorry.
Pickle Tank, thanks for the $5 super chat. Wasn't it BBB who asked the judge to be entered into the thumbnail case as a witness, and the judge said sure? Honestly, not a clue. Like I said, the only reason I'm covering any of the documents from the thumbnail case is because I found the fact that Bruce emailed the judicial assistant when he's not a party to this case and not even a Florida lawyer. A big problem, and anytime I get to call out Bruce on his bullshit, I find it highly entertaining. And you picked on my daughter, Bruce. So if you see this, you picked on my daughter. You told me that people should call CPS on me. Then you are forever on my shit list, bro. Forever on my shit list. And because you've never apologized to that, all you did was double down. So you can sit and rotate.
Just remembering that pisses me off.
And Drew Terry, thanks for the 10 pound. Yeah, 10 pound. I had to think about that for a second. Thanks for all the content and the time you put into it all. I appreciate it. I've been kind of trying to bust my butt and make this channel a little bit better. Make some upgrades to content, backgrounds, learning how to use technology a little bit better. And only me, thank you for the 50 Squid Pro Club memberships. I appreciate that so very, very much. Probably going to be doing a stream Friday for members only, either Friday or Saturday. So, it's a thing. All right. Let's get to this document and keep whatever happens in chat. But one thing I will say is I think it was James who made a comment about the fact that my screenshots ended up on Tug's channel. And you'll never see context. They'll never say where they got them from. They didn't get them from me. But they'll never say what stream they came out of because I haven't talked to Tug since like February. Maybe last year was the last time that we spoke or DM'd. We never actually spoke. So there's that. So you will never but I know exactly where they're coming from. It's the same people that play my streams in their Discord. Thanks for the view, the watch hours, and the ad revenue.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That
All
makes
right.
me laugh every time when I hear
I
that.
know, right? Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you're gonna try to make some money off of me, you're playing my streams in your Discord. Discord is free, bitch. It's not the fucking place to do it. Just saying.
Every
All
time
right.
I hear you say that or someone, I'm like, yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah,
It's just
go
kind of
on.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for the watch party. Like,
Yeah. Hi.
I don't, like, I just think that's funny. Like, yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's carry on.
All right. Notice is hereby given that subject to limited exceptions. Remember that, limited exceptions. Individual debtors must complete an instructional course in personal financial management in order to receive a discharge under Chapter 7, Chapter 11, and Chapter 13, pursuant to Federal Rules of Bankruptcy Procedure 1007B7, unless an approved provider of a personal financial management course has notified the court that the debtors have completed the course after the filing the petition. The debtors who has completed an instructional course concerning personal financial management must file a certificate of course completion issued by an approved provider of that course within the timeline specified below. All right, to comply with this requirement, the debtors must complete the financial management course after the filing of the petition. If the certificate of completion for the financial management course predates the filing of the petition, the case may be closed without an entry of an order of discharge. So she's doing Chapter 7. The debtors must file their certificate of course completion issued by an approved provider of that course within 60 days of the date first set for the Statute 341A meeting of creditors. In converted cases, the certificate must be filed no later than 60 days after the date first set for the 341 meeting of creditors. So, a certificate of course completion issued by an approved provider of that course is required for each debtor in joint cases. Failure to file their certificates will result in the case being closed without an entry of discharge. If the debtors file a motion to reopen the case to allowing for the filing of the certificates, the debtors must pay the full reopening fee due. So that looks like a standard. That looks like a standard thing.
I have got a very quick question on this document
Yes.
in regards of the course that they have to do. Is that course witnessed by? Could it be witnessed by a lawyer from Jeremy Hale's, or because the thing is it done by Zoom? Is it done online? Is it done in person? I mean, the thing is, it's very easy for anybody to take that course for her.
It's probably done online. And it's probably another one of those situations where you have to certify that it's you. And if it's not you, then you sign it. I don't know if they have it in necessarily, but like you sign this and you're like under perjury, I'm signing this as like a legal document kind of a situation. Almost like I did my corrective exercise course online, and when I got my completion, and even when I do my occupational therapy stuff online, I have to certify that that's me under penalty of law. That if they find out that it's not me taking this course, but my name is on the certificate and I'm getting the credit for it, I could be in trouble, including losing my license.
It's just like the course I just completed. I had to show Richie, there was a Zoom conference of everyone who was on the course, and we had to go on camera. We had to show ID, and
it's online. It's a super easy course. Well, we had to take a personal financial management course when we were in the military, so I can't imagine it being much different than that. Like, did you ever have to do that when you were in the military? When you were like a baby, whatever they call you over there, baby soldier, where you had to take a personal management course?
I mean, when you're a crow, you go through. You have to do certain courses, but when you're a trained soldier, it depends what unit you're with. Also, there are certain courses that you can do, like you got your JPA, you got your RAPS, which I'm not going to go into. You have to do a course on understanding about wraps. Then you got your fire safety. Then you got your internet safety. Then you got all these safety security checks. There's so many courses you have to do online, and then you just get like a printout of the certificate that you've completed it. 90% of the time you have to do it in camp with the chief clerk, or you have to go into headquarters block and do it there with the chief clerk or one of the SBS's AGC people, one of the bookworms. But usually 99% of the time, all courses have to be done with someone present, like a permanent staff, or your admin officer, your RAO. So but when it comes when it comes to courses, especially courses like that, you have to have someone present. You can't just go at home. You can go on your network and you can do courses. Excuse me, you can do courses, but when it comes to specialized courses, security checks and security courses, you have to do them in.
I'm not trying to be like Captain Save-A-Ho here. But John, if you're listening, I know you said you had to go, but if you're still listening, let Lynette know that she has 2 weeks to get it done from yesterday. Otherwise, because they have not received it yet. If the debtors do not file their certificate of course completion issued by the provider from the personal financial management course within 14 days from the date of this notice, the clerk will close the case at the appropriate time without entry of a discharge, as stated in the court's prior notice. So you got 2 weeks.
Oh, snap. When did that turn up?
Yesterday. This was all filed yesterday.
Oh, snap.
This is 41. The document we just read was 40. This was 41. So they were filed at the same time.
Yeah.
And then today, this was filed. And it's another short one, but it's a motion from her lawyer.
Bruce.
What, man? I think, yep. No, this is from Jeremy's lawyer.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Motion for clarification of order reinstating case comes now the movement Jeremy Hales by and through undersigned counsel and requests the court clarify certain case deadlines and hearings in this matter, and would show 1, the debtor filed Chapter 7 on July 8th. 2, no creditors meeting has been conducted in this case.
Oh, snap.
3, on August 12th, 2025, Hales filed an objection to the debtor's claims of exemption. The court scheduled a hearing on the objection September 9th. And his lawyer really needs to work on proofreading. Yeah. I call it like I see it. Like, I think Jeremy's got a point here, but like, if you're going to file a motion and you're going to pay to file a motion, and like, pay attention to details. Yeah. Because you can't even get the date right. It makes me start looking at, like, when something like that is wrong, like the wheels start going.
Yeah, that was speed typing. I bet you any money that's speed typing.
Probably, but it's still proofread your shit.
Yeah.
August 18th, the court entered an order dismissing the case based on the debtor's failure to file required documents. On or about September 4th, debtor filed a motion to reinstate the case. The court set a hearing for debtor's motion to reinstate case for October 7th. The hearing was canceled, not due to anything. Like, I just have to. I feel the need to put that, like, the hearing was canceled due to the government shutdown and the bankruptcy court shutting down, not due to Lynette. Like, devil's advocate, because when you read that, it's like, well, what'd they do now? Then the court took the motion to reinstate the case under advisement. On October 21st, the court entered an order reinstating the case. The reinstatement order does not set a date for the creditors meeting and does not set a date for creditors to file objections under Section 523 and 727 of the Bankruptcy Code. Wherefore, movement requests this court enter an order clarifying the reinstatement order and set the date and time for the creditors meeting, and to set deadlines for filing objections under Sections 523 and 727 of the Bankruptcy Code, and for such other relief the court deems just and reasonable. Dennis Levine. That is Jeremy's lawyer. So, and the only two other things that are in here are not clickable links for documents, but they are the withdrawal of the no asset report and a continuance of rescheduled meeting of creditors. But they're not actual documents. So, yeah. Thanks, Dad. Making comments you don't like is not hate. Very true. Yeah, Jeremy's bankruptcy lawyer is a real pro. Yeah, needs to proofread. But other than that, he seems like he's a good dude. He's a lawyer that I would trust. Which is kind of rare. So, all right. That is all I have for today as far as documents wise. Do you have final thoughts? And look, it perfectly aligns with the...
I do
I'm
apologize.
getting the hang of this, not looking like a complete boomer.
No, but I'm glad that you stole some of my ideas, but that's okay. But that's
Hey,
good.
what imitation is the best form or greatest form of flattery? Something like that.
Yeah, what you're after. Anyway, no, my final thoughts. First of all, the sooner this case is done, the sooner people can go back to their normal life. The fact that this is going around in a circle and it's just being dragged out by the anti-what the hell's ecosystem, by people who I personally believe are unhinged in their behavior, who tried to, every trick in the book to try to, cause more mental anguish, mental distress to Jeremy Hales. Now, he's not perfect. However, he doesn't deserve what these people are doing to him, right? It wasn't his fault these people sold their house and moved into a cesspool. It's not his fault that they just can't find a job, right? And actually work. And the thing is, they're too scared, right? They're too scared to go out and find work because they'll lose that easy income because they don't have to do anything. They just sit on their houses all day and get that income, that social security. The second thing is there's a child involved. I'm not going to discuss it. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm just saying there's a child involved. The third point is I don't care what John Cook says. I don't care what Lynette says. I don't care what anyone from that side says because I don't believe a freaking word they say. The sooner the judges actually get a grip of this and the sooner the legal system in America starts actually getting a grip of these situations, court cases like this wouldn't last as long as this one has. As simple as that. And I do believe that the crampons, Mr. Magoo, and other people like them should be investigated by the IRS and by the Department of Justice in their actions in this case and their behavior. And Bruce Matzkin should definitely be investigated for his misconduct as a lawyer. Your Honor, members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks and Wookiees, I rest my case.
And honestly, that's kind of all I got besides this comment right here that you just have to read because I saw it and then could not yeah. So would love to speak to Spawn Trooper as he suggested early in the stream. I just don't know what we would talk about.
Well, we can talk about congratulating you on your retirement, sir. And also we can actually talk like, just in normal conversations, like two grown men who've got dangly man sausages, who like cars and, all this other crap. And we can just sit there, you drink your beer, I'll drink my Dr. Pepper, and we can talk shit.
The 7 and 7.
Wait, what?
Seagram 7, not Seagram 7, 7, yeah, wait. 7 Up, and
And I just seen a comment from Stephen Bear. Yes, you can be arrested for speech in the UK. There's a definite this. Let's make sure that people understand when you're going to say things like that. Make sure you put context to it. There is freedom of speech and freedom of expression under Article 10 and 14 of the Human Rights Act. However, if it's hate speech or the speech or what you're saying, right, is instigating or enabling maybe racism or anything else, then you could get a knock on the door if you make. But then again, it's being taken out of context. You can't say boo to a goose over here at the moment, and it's causing and I hate this. I really do hate this. It's causing a divide between the communities. I've got friends in multiple communities. I've got friends in Fijian, Kenyan, African. I've got Muslim friends. I've got friends from Asia. I've got friends across the board. And they keep on asking me, oh, are we still friends? So please make sure you put context to what you're saying, please. Please. Yes.
Just 1 second before we go. I'm just checking something really quick.
Martini stirred with ice. What's your name? Bond. Basildon Bond. 007.5.
So
it was really nice tonight, Squid.
We just have to. There was an order from the judge. Yesterday and today, and one before we go.
Yep.
This I will cut out and put as a second stream. Federal 2, there are new documents. Shit. Yes. Federal 2, there are new documents. We are going to share this right here. And I'm going to save this before there's 2 orders. Just have to save this to the right thing. There we go. All right. Order filed yesterday. This court issued an order requiring plaintiffs to show cause as to why the claims against David Michael Teschendorf should not be dismissed for lack of timely service. Plaintiffs have responded to a show cause order, document 122. If a defendant is not served within 90 days after complaint is filed, the court on a motion. I'm going to take away the final thoughts banner and drama docket update. If a defendant is not served within 90 days after the complaint is filed, the court on a motion or on its own after a notice to plaintiff must dismiss the action without prejudice against that defendant, or that order service may be made within a specified time. Rule 4M. The rule further provides that if the plaintiff shows good cause for the failure, the court must extend the time for service for an appropriate period. But even in the absence of good cause, a district court has the discretion to extend the time for service of process. Lapone Dempsey. In their response, plaintiffs admit the defendant Teschendorf has yet to be served, and plaintiffs do not dispute the deadline previously extended for serving defendant Teschendorf has expired. Because defendant Teschendorf was not timely served, plaintiffs must show good cause for their failure to effect timely service. 4M. Plaintiffs argue that good cause exists and they seek additional 45 days to complete service. Plaintiffs state that despite reasonably diligent efforts, they have been unable to serve defendant Teschendorf. Plaintiffs assert that they have hired a private investigator to help complete service on defendant Teschendorf. Despite these efforts, plaintiffs state they have been unable to serve Teschendorf. Plaintiffs claim that Teschendorf is evading service and has made appearances on YouTube taunting plaintiffs about not being served. In support of their arguments, plaintiffs have attached affidavits from process servers regarding their unsuccessful attempts to serve Teschendorf. Based on the information provided by plaintiffs, the court finds good cause under 4M to extend the service deadline as to Teschendorf. Granting an extension of the service deadline where the plaintiff has made diligent efforts to locate and serve defendant. It's not like they haven't been trying. But this is why you don't get on the internet and talk about a case that you're involved in and then try to say that you don't know about the case. It's just not happening. Even in the absence of good cause, the apparent efforts by defendant Teschendorf to evade service would likely justify the court exercising its discretion under 4M to grant plaintiffs extension. Noting that evading service may justify the grant of an extension of time for service of process in the absence of good cause. The court therefore will grant plaintiffs an extension of 90 days to serve Teschendorf. That's double the amount that they asked for. The extension will apply retroactively to the previous service deadline of September 2nd. Thus, defendant Teschendorf must be served by December 1st. Footnote, plaintiff's counsel is reminded that a lawyer should request an extension deadline before it expires. That was my whole point. Plaintiff's counsel is hereby placed on notice that if a service deadline expires again, in this case without an extension request having been sought before the deadline expires, then the extension will be denied and dismissal recommended for lack of timely service. That seems like common sense. In addition to requesting an extension of the service deadline, plaintiffs have sought permission to serve defendant Teschendorf by publication under Wisconsin law. Because plaintiff service attempts are in Wisconsin, plaintiffs are permitted to follow Wisconsin service laws, which are stated in Wisconsin Statute 801.11. Wisconsin requires a plaintiff to exercise reasonable diligence at personal service in the first instance. Only if that is not successful may a plaintiff attempt to serve defendant by leaving the summons at the defendant's usual place of abode with a competent adult or member of the defendant's family who was informed of the summons contents. Here, the court finds the plaintiffs have made reasonably diligent efforts to serve Teschendorf. The affidavits submitted along with the plaintiff's motion to show repeated efforts to serve defendant Teschendorf at locations believed to be associated with him. Additionally, plaintiffs state that they retained the services of a private investigator to assist with locating Teschendorf. Footnote 2, plaintiffs assert that their investigation has revealed that defendant Teschendorf resides in Wisconsin. Under FRCP 4E1, a defendant may be served following a state law for serving a summons in an action brought in courts of general jurisdiction in the state where service is made. Thus, plaintiff may seek to serve defendant Teschendorf in accordance with Wisconsin law, since that is the state where the service will be completed. Because plaintiffs have made reasonably diligent efforts to serve Teschendorf, the court will allow substitute service by publication under Wisconsin law. Yes. Finding that service by publication was appropriate under Wisconsin law, where the plaintiff had made multiple attempts to complete service and he had conducted an investigation to locate an address for the defendant.
Hey, stupid Dave, get yourself some KY jelly. You're going to need it for your anal canal.
Make sure you buy a Sunday paper, bro, for 3 weeks. Plaintiffs must ensure that they comply with all requirements for service by publication under Wisconsin law. Plaintiffs must also provide proof of such service to the court as required by Federal Rule of Civil Procedure. For the reason above, it is ordered the court show cause is discharged. The deadline to complete service to Teschendorf is retroactively extended by 90 days from September 2nd. The deadline to serve Teschendorf is now December 1st of 2025. Plaintiffs are permitted to serve Teschendorf by publication under Wisconsin law. Footnote 3. Signed, Zachary Belitho.
And people said he wasn't part of the case anymore either.
Explaining that a plaintiff seeking to use an alternative means of service, such as a publication, should seek the court's permission before using the alternative means of service. Hey, Dad, can you go buy me a paper?
yeah. Oh, and by the way,
I will hang that paper right here.
I told you. Oh, mate, you tried to.
Liz, Jeremy will post the newspaper ad online too. Well, when he posts the newspaper ad online, I will print that shit out, or I will have my dad go buy a paper. I will. Yeah, sure. See. Yep.
That'd be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. That is fantastic. Do you know what? I knew this was gonna. I called it. I'm just gonna sit here and
shit. Now I'm gonna have to run that all over again. Crap.
That was freaking
awesome.
Awesome.
Sorry if y'all send that Starbucks money because your girl just screwed up. I'm gonna have to run that again. I'm gonna have to run that whole thing again because I just closed the window instead of just hitting the back button. There we go.
Oh,
Debbie Baker, thank you for the $10 super chat for Baby Squid. Thank you. All right, and we have one more order that was filed today. That one was filed yesterday. This one was filed today, and it's only 4 pages, so it's a little shorter. But I made it through that 6-page document in record time, if I do say so myself.
Because it was good news. We knew this was going to happen. We knew it was a matter of time. Uh-oh.
All right. Allie, thanks for the 2 pounds. Could paint chip share lube with God, I don't want to know.
Get that.
All right. This was filed today. Order overruling and striking the objections to the October 8th order, enjoining further inappropriate filings, denying the request to disqualify the magistrate judge, and requiring the plaintiffs to file a notice identifying the Luthman defendant. The second amended complaint identifies one plaintiff as Jeremy B. Hales and names 10 defendants. One defendant is identified as Richard Luthman. It turns out there are both a Richard Luthman Jr. and a senior, but the complaint does not specify which is the intended defendant. Mr. Luthman Sr. filed 2 papers, 116 and 117, each with a case style improperly adding disrespectful and plainly improper description of Mr. Hales. Participants in federal litigation are expected to be respectful of each other and to express themselves temperately. Case styles are not open forums for introduction of viewpoints, even if the viewpoints are expressed respectfully and temperately. Mr. Luthman Sr.'s improperly inserted viewpoints were neither. The magistrate judge entered an order on October 8th, 2025, striking the filings. Mr. Luthman Sr. has filed objections, 120, and I have reviewed the order and objections under FRCP 72A. Their order is neither clearly erroneous nor contrary to law. Instead, the order was correct. Striking the filings was proper. Mr. Luthman Sr. could not possibly have believed that a court would tolerate his improper insertion of material of this kind into case styles. That was my whole point. Like, you can't do that and expect a court to take you seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, you know where this is going. And by the way, that little bar at the bottom, the drama docket update, is blocking the some of the. But carry on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry about it. Carry on. This is fun. This is good news. This is brilliant. Talk about karma coming and going. Naughty boy, you little bitch. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I love it when we're right. You can't make this shit up. Oh, this is fun. Hey, Ricky baby, what's it like? What were your experiences in jail? Right?
4 other points deserve mention. First, the objections include the same improper case style. The objections have been considered in full despite the improper style, but this order strikes them and orders Mr. Luthman Sr. to use the proper case style on any further filings and not to repeat the inappropriate language in a case style or any other filings. Second, in asserting his filings should not have been struck, Mr. Luthman Sr. said he has a First Amendment right to express the viewpoints he included in the filings case styles. That is nonsense. He is correct that his language, while perhaps defamatory, might not have been obscene. I love how the judge puts perhaps defamatory in there. But that doesn't mean he could insert the language in the case styles or even that he could include the language in any other filing. Filings in federal court are expected to meet a considerably higher standard than to just not being obscene. Third, Mr. Luthman Sr. takes issue with the report and recommendations description of him as a non-party. He asserts the plaintiff has deliberately refused to clarify whether the intended defendant is Mr. Luthman Sr. or Mr. Luthman Jr. On the question whether the filings at issue should be struck, the identity of the defendant makes no difference, other than to provide yet another basis for striking the filings if Mr. Luthman Sr. is not a party. But this order requires the plaintiffs to clear up any uncertainty regarding the defendant's identity. Fourth, Mr. Luthman Sr. says the magistrate judge's orders indicate he should be disqualified. That is incorrect. Except where pervasive bias is shown, a judge's rulings in the same or related case are not a sufficient basis for recusal. It is ordered. The objections, number 120, to the October 8th, 2025 order, document 119, are overruled on the merits and are struck. The order is approved. On any further filing, Mr. Luthman Sr. must use a case style matching the original case style or using an appropriately abbreviated form of that case style without additional content. Mr. Luthman Sr. must not include in any future filing the same language describing the plaintiff that Mr. Luthman Sr. included in the case style of the filings that have been struck, or any language describing the plaintiff that is similarly defamatory, sexually oriented, or intemperate. I like how he uses this word.
Yeah.
He's almost asking Jeremy to file a lawsuit. He's almost telling Jeremy, hey, by the way, Mr. Luthman Sr.'s request to disqualify the magistrate judge is denied. By November 7th of 2025, the plaintiffs must file a notice unequivocally stating whether the defendant named is in the second amended complaint is junior or senior. Robert Hinkle, United States District Judge.
I'm liking this guy already. I am liking him. I want to be his bitch. Wait, did I just say that out loud?
Yes.
I told you he was good. I told you this guy's not going to mess about. Do you know what? I should play the lottery. And let's put it this way. Hey, Luthman, right? A judge may have used the suffixes, but can you imagine someone like Jeremy or a private investigator giving Jeremy evidence to prove that you have never, ever used the suffix junior? But let's not go into that, shall we? Ah, this is a great ending to the stream.
But now we have our actual final decision. Sorry,
Yep.
Devil Dog Cody. Sorry, Spawn. The judge isn't a sheep. You can't be a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, I see why the judge put that in there. I really do, because the judge doesn't know what we know. Remember, the judge only knows what people put in the filings. Jeremy and Randy never put in any of the filings. Junior does not ever use the word junior.
Nope.
So the judge doesn't know what we know. The judge he can't do research. He can't go look at other cases that this person has been involved in and see that he uses Richard A. Luthman, never junior. So I can see why the judge put that in there. Like, just clarify, like, playing devil's advocate, like, just fucking clarify, just so there's none of this stupid shit in the future. However, damn, get bent. Oh, and I can't wait for that paper. I cannot wait for that paper.
Do you know what? Do you know everything I've said about stupid Dave? Right? I need to start playing the lottery. I have to. I need to start playing the lottery. I mean, like, you know, you can't say I was wrong. I knew it was, you know, like, all this. These people are absolute smurfs. They. I mean, I would call him not an obstacle, but calling him that is complimenting him. Dude, just accept the service and get over it. Just, you know, you're not that much of a big deal. You're going to walk in the court, you're going to get fined, and they're going to give you sanctions, and you're going to end up like working for Jeremy Hales for free for about 10, 15 years, and, you know, and just grow a spine. We know that you're in that apartment. And Luthman, Mr. Magoo, oh boy, you've definitely Mr. I'm a mobster. Trial by combat. Ooh. Couldn't fight yourself out of a wet paper bag.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh no, matron.
All right. On that note,
Yes.
I do have to get going.
Okay.
I just saw that there were 2 new documents, because I always do a last minute check.
Yeah, let's not do this.
And I had just checked, and I was like, oh wait, there's new stuff. Oh, okay. Well, you know.
It's
and I have an update on the case I will be covering tomorrow.
Okay.
So I will see you guys at 2:00 tomorrow. We are redirecting to Captain Kern. I have y'all set up to go over there.
Captain Kirk.
Yep, Captain Kern is live right now. So y'all have an amazing day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Yeet.
Yeah, 500th video ends on a happy note.
Yes. Thanks very
And
much, guys.
should I look at my I'm 4205. So 4201 because people take
Lucy
those
will
away.
show you samurai sword. You probably like
You
the
want to get us out of here?
Yes. In 3, 2, 1. Yeet.